Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Down. 60 or. 52's the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. 54 Mike. Hey, D-line.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 16-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Who draw Parker? Shoot.
Now Ballage.
36.
And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 50, plant, 54. I'm coming. Ready?
Back to throw. Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy. You understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll throw on 2nd down his Stick. They'll set up the screen to Smith. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. 1st and 10, Stick. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Trey Flowers in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Stick looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, team six. I'm coming after you. Right there, 54, right there. 50.
To throw again, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fleming. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on, hey, Charlie, look at me, zipper. 54 Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Throwing again, Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
41 yards on the play. Complete to Ty Johnson. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Check Mike 45. I got him.
From the gun, Lawrence. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Stick. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Darius Slay on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
All day. All day, baby.
Intercepted. The Lions take over first
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They run it with Balaj. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Stick. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. 3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Here we go. Watch twist.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence underneath for Johnson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Lawrence, complete. It's Johnson.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
At the 41-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
2nd and 9 now.
You're not gonna get me.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Bro, no doubt, bro. That was literally such a bad throw. If he puts that on the outside, I'm getting 10 yards past the first. It's ridiculous.
Stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down.
That was literally ridiculous.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Wow. I should definitely be going up 21-7 right about now.
At their 49-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Stick looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Let's go. 93 tackle, boy. You're getting by him.
Near midfield at the 49. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now Stick. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check your hot read.
To throw again, Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, 2nd half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the 2nd half.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Easton Stick, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stick. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Trey Flowers. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Breaking the huddle 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Operating from the gun, Lawrence steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. From the gun on 3rd down. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in? I
do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Stick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balazs. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Kalen Balazs with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stick. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
On the ready. Hey, 25's the Mike. We're going 25's the Mike. Defense, we're shooting.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Dancing to his left. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Under a heavy rush, possession. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. On third down, here's Williams. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
But they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Milage. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go, D. 80 weapons. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 21-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On second and 10. Stick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Again, it's Balaj. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Toss play to Balaj. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
Check, 45 to Mike. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again.
Give me something.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The quarterback keeps it.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
4 down. Check.
Today's final score, Lions.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6 and 7 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3 and 10 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.